Hello and welcome to today's lesson. So today's lesson is going to be a continuation of what we were doing yesterday. And so yesterday we were solving systems by graphing. So we're going to review how to do that first. Okay, so this first one I am going to do in blue. So the y-intercept is a +5. So that's what we graph first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our slope is a -2/1. So I like to go up and then left. Most of you are going to say because that's a -2, you're going to go down and right. So I'm probably going to do both. So up 2, left 1, which is down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. All right, so notice I made that blue line as long as my graph because I don't want to have to go back and redo it in case I don't make it long enough. All right, the second one I'm going to do in red. Now, this is the first time we've had this in a while. There's nothing written over here. 3x plus what? There's nothing there. So this means that our y-intercept is right here at 0. And our slope is 3/1. So I'm going to go up 3, right 1. So up 1, 2, 3, right 1, and look at that. I hit my blue line right away. So that is the solution. The point where the red and the blue line meet, that is the solution to the system. And it is 1, what's that, up 3? So 1, 3 is the solution to the system of equations. And the system means 2 or more equations, okay? All right, so we're going to expand on that today. And what we're going to be talking about is problem solving, and that when we graph, every equation I've given you so far has been y equals, y equals, y equals, y equals. Well, sometimes that this screen is talking about is sometimes we don't give you y equals. It is in what we call standard form, something like 2x plus y equals 6. So this is not in the best form to graph. So this is where we were solving for a variable in that last chapter that we were working on. And in this one, we want to get y by itself. So we need to move that 2x. And how we do that is we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. So these are going to cancel out, and now we have y equals, and we want to write this in the form y equals mx plus b. So we want this mx first. So I'm going to write minus 2x and then plus 6. All right, let's try a couple of those just for some practicing. So if I have 3x plus 2y equals 12. Okay, or let me write one more. If I have -4x plus y equals 7. Okay, let's start with that one. We want to get y by itself. So what's by y that I need to move to the other side? And so I need to move this -4x. And because this says -4x, I am going to add 4x. And remember, we're doing it on both sides of that equal sign. That's why we draw that line down. So these are going to cancel out. And now we have y equals. And we always want to put this variable first because we want it y equals mx plus b. So we want the mx next, which is going to be the 4x, and that 7 is positive, so then we write plus 7. This is my y-intercept, and this represents my slope. All right, back to this first one. When we draw this line down, we're trying to get y by itself. So I have to move x to the other side, and because that says 3x, I'm going to subtract 3x. So now I have 2y equals, and I want to get this in the right order. I want this mx term first, so minus 3x, and that's a positive 12. Okay, now we have a number in front of that y, and we want to get that y by itself, so we have to divide by 2. Now you have to divide everything by 2, not just both sides, but everything by 2. So y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 6. So we have our y-intercept is 6, and negative 3 over 2 represents our slope. All right, let's try one more of those. So if I have a negative 5x plus 3y equals, and let's just say 15. All right, so we want to get y by itself. To get y by itself, I need to move this negative 5x. So I'm going to add 5x to both sides. So I get 3y equals. Now, what order am I going to write this in? As I'm going to write 5x plus 15. Now I have a 3 in front of the y, so I'm going to divide everything by 3. So y equals 5/3 x plus 5. So the 5 is my y-intercept, and the 5/3 is my slope. Now last time when we were doing this, I had you write, so let me go back to here, 5x plus 15. We wrote divide by 3, and we did this whole thing divided by 3. That's what we're doing now also, but I want to keep this separate, so the 5x has to be divided by 3, and the 15 needs to be divided by 3. So that's exactly what I did over here in this step. All right, so why do we use that? Well, let's look at this problem here. Keisha and her friends visit the concession stand at a football game. The stand charges $2 for a hot dog and $1 for a drink. The friends buy a total of 8 items for $11. Tell how many hot dogs and how many drinks they bought. Well, first we have to say that hot dogs is what we're buying here, and we're buying drinks. So one of them we're going to have stand for X, and one of them we're going to have stand for Y. So I am going to say hot dogs are X and drinks are Y. Now they say they buy a total of 8 items. So when you add the hot dogs plus the drinks, we're going to get a total of 8 items. We just don't know, is it 1 hot dog and 7 drinks? Is it 2 hot dogs and 6 drinks? Is it 3 hot dogs and 5 drinks? Is it 4 of each? That's what we're trying to find out, and that's why we're setting up the system to be able to try and solve this. So the next thing they say is they give us pricing for everything. And in this pricing, they're telling us that hot dogs are $2. So 2x and $1 for drinks plus 1y, and the total amount of money that they spent is $11. So what we can do to solve this now is to get each one of these equations to get y by itself. So let's take this first one, x plus y equals 8. I'm going to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So y equals minus x plus 8. Okay, now in this other one, I'm going to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2x. So I get y equals minus 2x plus 11. Now, very quickly, I'm just going to show you what this graph is going to look like. Okay, so hot dogs, this is x. And so we're going to go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's my y-intercept. And my slope's going to be down 1 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going to go from 8 to 8. That's the first equation. Then the second equation, I'll just do in green. So if this was 8, 9, 10, 11, and this one's going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, 2 over 1. You can see that this green line and blue line are going to meet at a point. What point is that? That point is the answer to this problem, and it will tell us how many hot dogs and drinks. Remember, we did x comma y, so whatever comes first is the hot dogs, and then whatever comes second is your drinks. Okay, so let's go here to the next screen and I have it graphed nicely for us instead of sloppy like I have it. And so if we look here, that first equation, the red one I'll just write, was y equals minus x plus 8. That's this red equation. Here's your y-intercept. Okay, and then the second equation was y equals minus 2x plus 11. So here's your 11, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And we can see where these 2 points where the red and blue line meet is at this ordered pair when we go up and over. So remember, it is x comma y, and it's over 3 and up 5. So what that means is they bought 3 hot dogs and they bought 5 drinks. Okay, let's see if we can get another one in before I run out of time. All right, during school vacation, Marquis wants to go bowling to play laser tag. He wants to play a total of 6 games. So he wants to bowl and play laser tag, and that's going to be a total of 6 games. So let's just do x plus y equals 6. Well, we know to graph this, we have to get y by itself. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So I get y equals minus x plus 6. And then to find out he spends exactly $20 and bowling is $2, and I did bowling first, so 2x, and laser tag is our second one, and they spent a total of $20. So I'm going to subtract 2x because in order to graph this, I need to get y by itself. So minus 2x plus 20, and now I need to divide everything by 4. So this ends up being y equals, and negative 2 over 4 is negative 1/2 x, and plus 20 over 4 is 5. All right, let's see if we can get these graphed. I'm going to start with the second one since the color I have. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so my y-intercept is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my slope is down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So we get this blue line. All right, now let's go back to that first equation, and that y-intercept is 6, and the slope is a negative 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. All right, and these two meet at that ordered pair, 2, 4. So what does that mean? That means he bowled, because bowled was the first one, 2 games, and he did laser tag for 4. Okay, and that was his total of 6 games. All right, so good luck on your homework.